Sewer systems history. Sewer systems made their first appearance in the year 1849. During this period, London and New York were facing many similar problems. One of these problems was the outbreak of typhoid and cholera epidemics that were caused by the excrement polluted water. Another one of these problems was the stink and the covering of streets because of the human excrement. In addition to that, they needed to find a way to transport clean water through the city so that citizens had access to clean and healthy water. A man called Joseph Bazalgette pushed this project of building an efficient sewer system that would reduce the epidemics, improve London's smell and environment forward, although the government had been reluctant at first since they thought the epidemics traveled by air, and the theory that the disease was waterborne was too radical for some. The government just dismissed the idea and suggested that the impure water was just participating with the atmospheric infection of the district. City dwellers who began constructing sewers and incorporating them into modern cities had to fulfill a fundamental need in order to adopt this innovation. Sewer systems have become part of modern societies in order to satisfy mainly the need for health and sanitation. Streets and slums smelled like human and animal waste because they didn't have an efficient way to get rid of the excrement they produced, so it piled up in the streets and inside the houses. Filth was everywhere, and there were copious amounts of epidemics and disease outbreaks. Also, in New York City, there would have often been 1.5 meters deep of mud and excrement. In winters, these even froze, leaving frozen packages of human and animal waste lying around the streets. Back in the 1800s, both New York and London were having huge problems with typhoid and cholera. These diseases would form in water that was polluted with human excrement. Then citizens would drink this water and would suffer severe vomiting, severe diarrhea, strong fevers, coughs, bloody noses, headaches, delirium or unstable state of the mind, rose spots in the chest, severe pain in the abdomen, constipation, intestinal hemorrhages, intestinal perforation, inflammation of the brain, and possible death. This led to the adoption of this innovation because it satisfied their need of a cleaner and better life. The city dwellers of the modern world could not have adopted sewer systems if certain key resources had not been available. The most important resource that led to the adoption of sewer systems in modern cities has been the visionary Joseph Bazalgette that came up with the idea, and clay, cement, and at least 318 million bricks. In London, 1849, English engineer Joseph Bazalgette was appointed assistant surveyor of the the Metropolitan Commission of Sewers, and then engineer in 1852. After the cholera outbreak, which by then was believed to be caused by foul air, miasma, Bazalgette's innovative idea was pushed forward, although not before the government had tried to stop him. After at least 7 years of research, the government finally let him come through. They gave him £3 million to build 82 miles of brick sewers underground that would intercept the raw sewage and take it to the Thames River untreated. The materials used to build this were a new kind of cement called the Portland cement, and at least 318 million bricks. Without these resources, the sewer system would have not been adopted, since these materials and Bazalgette were vital to the creation of the sewer systems. Finally, these modern city dwellers believed in a set of values that has allowed them to continue to enjoy the urban lifestyle. The most important value that led to the adoption of sewer systems was cleanliness and the general health of the populations. Streets were packed with filth, as previously stated. Epidemics were everywhere, cholera, typhoid, etc. 6,530 people died of cholera in London alone. The place was too dirty. The epidemics were out of control. Too many people were dying. Therefore, they rushed to find a solution to clean up the place. They valued the population's health, which is why they worked to find a solution for the epidemics that were killing the people by the thousands.